on a Saturday night and right here.
Greetings everyone, welcome to my channel. So, recently went to the Calgary Comic Expo. Actually missed the last year's Calgary Comic Expo, and a part of the reason was Calgary Expo's guest list stopped being really good, and it's been a long time coming. Maybe I needed that break, but this year's guest list was amazing. Well, let's see how the actual event was. So we begin with me renting the vehicle, decided to cheap out and get the cheapest car possible, available on the Turo app, and off I went. Alright, just arrived downtown. Here's Game of Steve. And yes, let the day begin and the weekend begin. So, we arrived in Calgary, had to go get our wristbands, and soon enough we were in the Expo. The Expo was pretty fun, like normal. First day, nothing much to do, except check out the actual vendors and what they had to offer. And it was a lot of cool little things. Not a single guest was there this year on the Thursday, well, none of the big ones, just a couple voice actors. And checked out some of the cars and then met up with Cody. And then when I met up with Cody, we re-walked, but there was not much going on Thursday. It was just nice to be, though, back at the con. And our main plan was, as normal, was to check out a couple of the things, like the venue that all the Q&As were going to be at. Just a nice, good place to sit and relax during the event. Walking all day, get your feet sore for sure. Then it was off to the keg, like we always go to. It was beautiful outside, nice day, just checking out all the scenery of Calgary. Some of my favorite locations like Stevens Ave. We always go to the keg on 4th Ave, and rest assured, this was no different. We just had our peppercorn steak, and that was basically the end of night one. Nothing too special, just basically a check-in, see what the con's layout was. Of course, we had to have our selfie from the keg. Then day 2 started, and started pretty early. I had a couple photo ops at like 5, but it was noon. So we just decided to do some shopping. I bought this Yoshi, and it was a lot of fun. One of my goals at the con was to buy some One Piece merch. I just started recently watching it back in November, and I'm at episode 500, and what an amazing anime. But there's so much stuff I can buy. I can buy shirts, I can buy trading cards, statues, sexy pillows, if I really wanted to. Probably not going that route, but yeah, I just kind of didn't know what I wanted to buy One Piece related, and as a result, I didn't buy anything. What do you guys think? Do you guys have any ideas on what One Piece merch I should buy? Let me know in the comments below. Then I ran into, of course, a couple of good friends that I see at the cons every year and got a couple of selfies. Ran into some friends that didn't get some selfies, but here are 2 of the good friends I met. And then it was time for selfies with professional photo ops. So I only had 2 today, and this was more focused on Star Trek. First one was from the actor who plays Captain Shaw in Star Trek Picard Season 3. It was really nice. Definitely a small line for him, because you need to basically watch Picard Season 3 to meet him. But a very outgoing and very friendly guy. Then the next photo I met was Jonathan Frakes from TNG and Picard obviously as well. Definitely an awesome meet and greet, and glad I met him. And then that was basically it for the photo ops afterwards. it was time for going to see an actual movie. It was the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, so me and Cody went to Chinook Mall and checked out the Return of the Jedi, which was a pretty cool experience to see on the big screen.
Big greetings, everyone!
Yes, big day, a Saturday, massive photo ops ahead.
So, brush the kid. Ready? Alright.
And finally, it was Saturday. Today was the day of all the big photo ops, and our first photo op was with James McAvoy. You might know him as Xavier from the X-Men First Class movies, and that was a really cool meet and greet. That was at 11, and then at 11:30 we had David Harbour, which was awesome. Stranger Things, Red Guardian from Black Widow, Santa Claus from Violent Nights. Cody definitely wore a Christmas jacket, hoodie type thing specifically for the experience, and even said, "Hey, Santa Claus," as he met him. It was a pretty good experience. Long wait, but it was good. And then afterwards we met Hayden Christensen, and Hayden was located in another room altogether, and he was packed. He had something like 15 groups of photos, and it's something like 50 or 100 people per group, and they were just hammering it out. And then we had to go walk in this super busy con, 10 minutes to go get it, but we got our photo up pretty quickly, which was good, because then an hour later we had our last photo up before lunch, which was Vincent, which Kingpin from Daredevil and MCU now, and that was also very cool. But at this point we were just burnt out and hungry, and food vendors were packed. Just longer wait for the food than any of our photo ops.
And Cody wasn't coming.
And yeah, I gotta say, it was jam-packed after lunch to get back to our photos for one of our last photo ops of the weekend, and it took 45 minutes just to get there. It was a nightmare.
I have a feeling last photo op.
Terrible.
But at the very least, we made it back, got in line, and our last photo op was with Andy Serkis from everything. From Gollum from Lord of the Rings, he's in Black Panther, Planet of the Apes, Star Wars, on 2 different occasions as Snoke and as random guy from Rogue One. Overall, it was amazing, but we had one last photo op. The voice actor for our Miles from the Into the Spider-Verse movies. That was Cody's favorite photo op all weekend. Then, the last thing to do on the Saturday was check out the Hayden Christensen panel, which was jam-packed.
Buddy from Kim's Convenience.
How are we doing today? Woo! Calgary, I'm your boy Andrew Fogg. I can't think of a better place to be on a Saturday night than right here. Make some noise if you're pumped for this panel. I don't want to keep you waiting any longer. Calgary, make some noise for Hayden Christensen.
And finally, the last day of the con, and I gotta say, there's always something about those Sundays where you just hate the fact that you gotta go to a con, but sad that the con is over at the same time. Just kind of checked out a couple of panels, like the voice actor from Dragon Ball Z who plays Cell, and that was a very great panel. Then I had a photo up with Bonnie Wright, who's Harry Potter's wife in the Harry Potter movies. She's actually 4 months pregnant in this photo. Crazy. Wouldn't have guessed it. And then our last photo up with Cody and me was with Sam Raimi, and Sam Raimi was great. He's a very much director. He's like, I can't remember exactly what he said. He was like, web shoot the camera in 3, 2, 1 or something like that. Very director style. So I can say I was directed by Sam Raimi before. And it was almost time to go home. I quickly had to meet up with my friend Noelle. She was at the con. We've been trying to coordinate us meeting up all weekend. Once we knew we were both at the con, haven't seen her in years, so it was good to catch up. So we checked out a quick little panel of the armor from Mandalorian, and the con was done with a wild success with only one thing left to do: drive home in style. If you guys like this content, please be sure to subscribe. It will really help me out, and check you guys in the next video.